January shouldn't mean the death of your garden. While your neighbors resign themselves to expensive grocery store produce shipped thousands of miles, you're about to discover something that changed everything for me 3 winters ago. A simple wooden box with a glass lid. No electricity. No complex systems. Just physics, lumber, and old windows doing what they've done for centuries. This cold frame will produce fresh greens, root vegetables, and herbs while snow covers the ground outside. And it costs less than 2 weeks of grocery store salads. Cold frames are the forgotten technology of winter gardening. They're essentially miniature greenhouses without the $1,000 price tag, heating bills, or building permits. The concept is brutally simple. Trap solar heat during the day, insulate against freezing at night, and create a microclimate that's consistently 15 to 20 degrees warmer than the outside air. This temperature buffer is the difference between dead soil and thriving winter crops. Your cold frame will grow 3 categories of plants through winter. First, the hardy greens. Kale, spinach, arugula, mache, and winter lettuce varieties that laugh at frost. Second, root vegetables planted in fall that continue growing. Carrots, beets, turnips, radishes. Third, the survival herbs. Parsley, cilantro, chives, and certain thyme varieties. Each group has different temperature tolerances, but all thrive in the protected environment you're about to build. Most people fail at winter growing because they make 3 critical mistakes. First, they build cold frames too shallow. Anything less than 12 inches deep won't protect root systems when the ground freezes hard. The soil itself is insulation. Second, they orient the frame wrong. A south-facing angle that captures maximum winter sun isn't optional. It's physics. Third, they ignore ventilation. Sunny January days can push internal temperatures above 80 degrees, literally cooking your crops. I've seen people lose entire plantings to heat stress in the middle of winter because they didn't prop the lid open. The cold frame is a tool, not a magic box. It requires attention. Check it daily. Adjust for weather. Understand that you're managing a microclimate. 3 laws govern successful cold frame growing. Law 1. Thermal mass equals stability. Add water jugs painted black inside your frame. They absorb heat during the day and release it at night, buffering temperature swings. Law 2. Light angles change. January sun sits low on the horizon. Your frame's back wall should be taller than the front, creating that critical angled lid that captures weak winter light. Law 3. Moisture management matters. Winter air is dry. Soil in cold frames desiccates. Water when soil feels dry 2 inches down, but always before noon so foliage dries before nightfall. This isn't just about salad in January. This is about breaking the supply chain's grip on your food security. Every head of lettuce you pull from this box is a head you didn't buy from a system dependent on California farms, refrigerated trucks, and stable fuel prices. When I built my first cold frame during an unexpected job loss, it wasn't about being trendy or homesteading aesthetics. It was about reducing my family's food vulnerability. That wooden box represented autonomy. 3 months of fresh produce for $150 and a weekend of work. That's not just gardening. That's practical resilience. Here's exactly what you need and how to build it. Materials. For 8-foot 2x10s for the frame, exterior with screws, 2 old windows or polycarbonate panels at least 3 by 5 feet. For hinges, a door prop stick, and exterior with stain or paint. Total cost at my local lumberyard, $147. Your cost may vary by region, but we're in the ballpark. Cut your lumber to create a box 3 feet wide by 6 feet long. The back wall should be 16 inches tall, the front wall 12 inches. This 4-inch slope is crucial for water runoff and light capture. Assemble the frame with 3-inch exterior screws at each corner. Reinforce the joints. This structure will face wind, snow load, and your weight when you lean over it. Position matters more than construction quality. Find a south-facing location that gets maximum winter sun. Morning sun is critical for warming the frame after cold nights. Avoid areas under tree cover or in building shadows. Even winter shadows are garden killers. Set your frame directly on the ground or on a 4-inch gravel base for drainage. If your winters are severe, Dig down 6 inches and backfill with gravel, then set the frame. This below-grade positioning provides additional insulation and wind protection. Attach your windows or polycarbonate panels to the back wall with hinges. The lid should rest on the frame's top edges when closed. Add a simple prop stick, a length of wood with notches cut every 2 inches. This allows you to adjust ventilation precisely. On sunny days above 40 degrees, prop the lid open 2 to 4 inches. Above 50 degrees, open it fully. Fill your frame with a mixture of quality garden soil and compost, at least 12 inches deep. The soil should be loose, well-draining, and rich in organic matter. Plant your cold-hardy crops in rows or intensive blocks. Water thoroughly after planting. Then wait for physics to work. Let's talk economics. My cold frame produces approximately 12 to 15 pounds of mixed greens, herbs, and vegetables per month from November through March. That's 60 to 75 pounds over winter. At grocery store prices of $6 per pound for organic mixed greens, you're looking at $360 to $450 of produce from a $150 investment. First-year return on investment. And this frame will last a decade with basic maintenance. There's something profound about harvesting fresh food while the world is frozen. It changes your relationship with seasons, with scarcity, with the systems we're told are necessary for survival. Every time I open that cold frame lid and cut fresh arugula in February, I'm reminded that much of what we accept as limitation is actually just lack of knowledge. Our grandparents understood this. Cold frames lined kitchen gardens across America before industrial agriculture convinced us that winter meant dependency. You're not building a garden box. You're reclaiming knowledge. Picture this, it's February. There's 8 inches of snow in your yard. You pull on boots, walk to your cold frame, brush snow off the lid, and open it to reveal dark green kale, bright red radishes, and tender lettuce growing in rich soil. The air that rises from the frame is warm, almost tropical compared to the winter around you. You harvest what you need for dinner. Fresh, vibrant, impossible by conventional wisdom. Inside, you wash your harvest under running water, knowing it was growing 30 minutes ago. No plastic packaging. No transportation miles. No wondering about pesticides or handling. Just food you grew in winter with a simple technology that's been working since the Romans figured out glass. This is what food security actually looks like. Simple. Resilient. Yours. January doesn't mean the death of your garden anymore. It means the beginning of year-round food production using the simplest technology available. A wooden box, some old windows, and an understanding of how sunlight and insulation create microclimates. That's all this is. Build it this weekend. Plant it next week. Harvest fresh food while everyone else is complaining about winter. The cold frame isn't revolutionary technology. It's ancient, proven, and waiting for you to rediscover it. Your winter garden starts now.